Good morning. Happy Monday. It's time for Winging It Buffalo Style. I'm Diana Fairbanks.
And I'm your CW star, Matt Snyder.
Hey, we're going to have a lot of fun in the kitchen today. A different kind of chef setup. We're going to have the Bavarian Nut Company on. We spoke to them a little bit earlier. Kind of the secret to what makes them so delicious.
And they brought a fancy, cool machine that you're definitely going to have to check off. And we know that summer is coming to a close, so why not celebrate everything there is still to do? Summer send-off the last week before a lot of the kids and a lot of college students head back to school. So we have a lot of fun, exciting events to talk about all this week.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I am really trying to cram everything left into the summer. My daughter and I went through a what's on your list of still things to do this summer. So we're going to cross some of those off. Also, some great events, Canal Side free. So make sure you hit up some of those. We're going to talk about them coming up.
And we're going to tell you why a lot of people are streaking down hurdle. It's allowed, and it's also for a good cause. So I'll have more information on that and sort of a little tease for it.
Yeah, and you just know Matt Carlucci's involved in that because it's guaranteed to be a good time. Hey, speaking of good time in Canal Side, this past weekend, did you notice all the people just totally covered in a rainbow of colors? Of course, we're talking about the color run, and so were 10,000 other people talking about it. It was the first ever color run in Buffalo, the happiest 5K on the planet. And I got to tell you, I took part in it this weekend. It was such a good time. I have never had so much fun running. When we were done, I couldn't believe we were done. You run through different color stations. Every kilometer is a different color station, and you just get covered. Okay, there's the before picture of me and Alina and Ed. We look pretty clean. Here's the after picture of me and Ed, and it was crazy. There's Ed's little dog, and that's the Canal Side bricks right there. Everything was just colored. This is kind of a during picture I snapped with my little phone that was covered in green chalk afterwards, but it was great time.
You did this run with your family. How did they like it? Did your daughter run the whole way?
My daughter ran the whole way, her first full 5K, and she's pretty little, so she just had such a good time. I mean, families everywhere, strollers everywhere, just covered in all these different colors. Everybody was smiling, everybody was laughing, everyone was having such a joyful time. The weather at Canal Side couldn't have been better. So fun, such a unique experience, and I know they're pretty good about cleaning up afterwards. I know there were some concerns for the folks who lived near there, but it's kind of chalk, it just washes off.
And you know, a lot of people out there are talking about there are some haters out there that were saying, you know, that the run wasn't for charity and that was a problem. But you know, I think it's interesting. So many runs are for charity, but why can't you run for fun? It looks like such an amazing opportunity that I think it's cool to see runs that are just there to enjoy and run.
It was for fun. There was a small charitable aspect. They did donate some money to charity, but no, it wasn't a charity run like so many of them are, which is great. And I do a lot of them. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes, if you want to do a unique experience and you're willing to pay for it, more power to you if that's what you want to do. You know, a lot of recreational things that we do for fun, we just do for fun, and this was so much fun.
And of course, you're getting your kids, your family engaged and excited about working out, about being active, so I say that's definitely worth it.
All right, 10,000 people at the color run, another 10,000 people down at Silo City this weekend, that same night. It was gorgeous. Have you heard about this? This was Silo City transformed into an unbelievable display of art, music, dance. All the food trucks were down there. Thousands of people down at the grain elevators for Buffalo's first word for the unique experience. They got to see things that are typically closed to the public, but the art down there was just fantastic. Everyone showing off their talents. Really amazing displays both inside and outside of the grain elevators. This was the second City of Night. The success continues to grow. Everyone who saw this, I think, is still buzzing about how unique it was. Really something to celebrate Buffalo's history and also the current art scene within the city.
And of course, we had them on the show. We talked to them. It seemed like they were geared up to have an amazing event again this year. It's just nice to see some of these landmarks of Buffalo that are going sort of unnoticed by some people, revitalized, used for such an amazing upcoming sort of event. And of course, anytime we can talk about the arts and getting people engaged in the arts is definitely worth it.
Well, and from the arts to football, you got to talk about the Bills Friday night and that big win against Minnesota Vikings. Big win. Everyone's super excited about this preseason game. The team looked great on Friday night against the Vikings. Again, their first preseason game at home, kids' night. Rookie quarterback E.J. Manuel played. Only the third quarter fans were surprised though to find out on Saturday they had a knee injury. A minor procedure is being done. The team says he's going to sit out the rest of the preseason. Kevin Cobb's going to start in his place. So it was kind of a bittersweet moment for the Bills because, you know, yes, they had this win, but now EJ, who did so well, is kind of out for the rest of the preseason. And I know I was listening in the newsroom this morning, our assignment manager, Russ Barbera, said he gets nervous when he hears anybody describe it as a minor injury because he's just like, he's been there before and seen it before, and he gets real nervous when they start describing it that way.
You know, certainly when you're talking about athletics, minor injuries, there's such a fine line between something that we don't have to worry about and, of course, something that could play a big part of the season later on in the year. But it's good to see Bills fans out and excited and energetic. Of course,
2 wins.
2 wins.
I think that's great.
I don't know if that's something we should be excited about, or is it one of those things that,
Why
you know,
not?
I don't know, save the wins for the actual season. Don't use them all yet. We're going to need them later in the season.
That's better than 2 losses, though, because then we'd all be like,
well, we'd be a little upset. All right, well, you know, it's a great last week for a lot of people out there in summer, especially college students. It's move-in day for Buff State today, and other colleges in the area are soon to follow as thousands and thousands of incoming students will transition into college life. The funny part to this is that President Obama will be speaking at UB this Thursday during the move-in day for students in orientation. Everyone is wondering first why Obama would go to UB during the busiest time of year. Is this poor planning, a mistake, or of course, you know, UB's probably so excited to have him.
Sure.
If this is the only time that he can make it, well, obviously you're gonna not say, "I'm sorry, Mr. President, it's a little bit busy on campus today."
Yeah.
But can you imagine, you know, transitioning from high school to college is such a big move.
Move-in day is stressful.
It's stressful. It's exciting. Can you imagine just, oh, by the way,
there's
the
a lot of
president's
confusion,
also
a lot of
here.
people who aren't normally there going around, a lot of people lost and confused. And the president, whenever he comes to speak, there's always a lot of people coming in and out. That's going to be crazy.
And I have to say, you know, my junior year of college, I was an RA on campus.
Yeah.
Move-in day is so hectic for RAs. So I have feel for the RAs that are going to be taking charge of that because, of course, their life just got a lot more hectic.
Good luck. I know. Oh my gosh. But there's still a little bit of summer left to be had.
Yes, of course. But when the Erie County Fair is over, it sounds like summer is ending, but it's not. It's just one of the last steps of enjoying a great summer. This year at the Erie County Fair, it was a huge success. Over 1 million people passed through the gates at the Hamburg Fairground, which is a 10% increase from the previous record. Winging It's Lauren Hall was there to sort of talk about the fair, but also to find out what people are excited to see before they go off to school.